LoveLine.
LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. This is LoveLine. LoveLine. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Who? Dr. Drew. Out of town again. Moonlighting in Seattle.
That's right.
Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, Dixon Medicine Specialist. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Unwritten Law in the studio tonight. Scott Russo, Tony Palermo.
Hello.
Yeah.
Add to the
Yeah. A couple of paisans.
That's right.
Nice. Where are you guys from?
San Diego.
Atwater Village.
Oh, that's out. That's somewhere. Oh, that's here.
It's close.
Yeah. Sounds like it should be further, but it's not.
It does.
Like a nice little blockbuster and everything there.
That's right.
Drew, what are you doing in Seattle tonight?
I'm speaking at a school at Pierce Community College, Adam.
Oh, Drew. So sad to see what's happened to your career. It really is pathetic. What'd you do?
I promised the kids there. Go ahead.
Did you take a prop plane out there? Like you just took something with pontoons on it. then they packed you into the back of a mule-drawn cart with some hay in it and dragged you to the junior college and propped you up in front of 14 people.
It's called a seaplane.
Yeah. So, yeah, may even be a D plane. It's that bad. Yeah, Drew, very pathetic. You see
I
what
promised the kids, though, that I would defend their school. They were great.
Are you doing it?
Oh, really? So did you do the gig tonight?
Yeah.
Really? In junior college? Junior college, Drew?
Yes. They filled a big room.
Yeah,
Sure
listen,
they did.
well, let me tell you why. It's easy to put asses in seats at the junior college level because everyone's living at home and they're pissed at like their stepdad and they just want to get out of the house.
yeah.
Plus, they got to score some reefer, so they were going to the college anyway because that's all that goes on at junior college. Just scoring a little reefer, hanging out, having a granola bar. I know what goes on, Drew. All right, so how'd it work? Did it go okay?
Yeah, it was great.
Did you yell at them and tell them to go to a real school?
No, I apologize for your ranting towards them.
Well, listen, tough love. I mean, what do you do when you deal with drug addicts, right?
Right.
What do? You say, what you're doing is great, I applaud it, or do you go, you got to get real, buddy, take a look in the mirror? What I'm doing is like an intervention. I'm just telling you, listen, you were a crappy student in high school, you were crappy in junior high, you're now crappy in junior college. You will be you're a crappy
You can be
student.
crappy in junior life.
Right. You pick up a welding torch and get busy.
I think the community colleges are different in different parts of the country. It's not all the Valley. You know what I mean? It's not all the North Hollywood.
Yeah, I know. There's probably nothing worse, but it still has to be relatively worse than it is in regular universities. All right, well, quiet down, Drew. Let's talk to Unwritten Law over here for a second. The band, by the way, is going out on tour with Sum 41. No dates yet. Why no dates yet?
Because we just met.
What tour?
How's that work? Who decided to go out with whom?
We've been out with Sum 41 actually before. It's fun, and they asked us to go out again in April, and so we're now debating that. Can I talk about this?
Yeah.
It's a coin flop between Sum 41 and Papa Roach, so we're just seeing who is really going to pay us the most money.
And do you do now? Does it work? Well, how does it work? Does the band pay you, or how does the venues pay you? How does it work when you go out with somebody?
Yeah, to be honest, we've never had a paycheck.
Does it? And do you think like, well, who's more our audience? And let me just ask this: is this your strategy? Do you go, well, Sum 41 may be more our audience than Papa Roach, and is that a reason to go with them, or do you want to get a new audience and go, we should go out with this band so we can turn people on to our music?
I think we want to go out with a band that's really going to tolerate us. I think that's that's pretty much the gist of it. And Sum 41 are definitely very easygoing. And Pop Roach are pretty nice too, but Sum 41 lets us get away with a lot of stuff. So
yeah, well,
it's looking favorable for the 41 team.
Well, also, I mean, you have to live with these people for months, right?
Naked.
Yeah, I mean, it close quarters. I mean, it's got to be a nightmare if you don't get along. Like if you always hear about these horror stories, especially in the 70s. But you get some guy like Gene Simmons from Kiss or something, and you're
And
going
all
out,
that hair?
all that hair, and all that hair.
What's up with
Now,
that tongue?
well, it's really all Grecian formula now. But I mean, just get some.
Right.
You get some blowhard. I'm just saying, there's certain guys are notorious a-holes. You go on a road with them for 4 months, it's got to be miserable.
Yeah, it is miserable in our band. We just beat them up, and then that's the end of the tour.
Yeah. All right, good.
Hoopastank.
It doesn't last 4 months.
Yeah, it doesn't last 4 months.
Oh, really? What happened with Hoobastank?
The first day of the tour, me and the bass player almost got in a fight, but we ended up making out afterwards. But
I was
first day of the tour was Sum
You're
41
gay.
actually, and Hoopastank.
I was reminded of the story that I witnessed 3 or 4 years ago at the K-Rock
Green Day.
Mini Roast. Yeah,
Green
Green
Day.
Day.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if it was 3, 4, or 5, 6 years ago now.
It was
but
a while ago.
Green Day was out there playing, and one of the guys from Third Eye Blind came out onto. We were all standing in the wings just watching Green Day play, and one of the guys from Third Eye Blind, not the lead singer, maybe the bass player, he. What's the guy's name? Is named after like a star. It's like Mars or Celestial or something. Whatever.
Ringo?
He
Constantly.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. He just ran out on stage and started hugging the bass player from Green Day from behind. And the big Samoan security guard
didn't like that.
thought he charged on stage. Didn't know
I
he was in
remember that
another
story.
band. So I was just standing right there. So the thing that was funny is the big Samoan guy. Do we even have to say big anymore before Samoan?
no, absolutely
I
not.
don't think you
dude.
ever needed
Let's
to.
just say Samoan guy, right?
And it's 7 feet or better.
Yeah, the
Right.
Samoan guy. Yeah, that's the calf width.
Right.
The Samoan guy grabs the guy, tackles him, and throws him to the ground. The Green Day guy sort of turns around and is like he's going to call off the dogs, like he's going to tell
him not to,
yeah, like he's going to go, hey, no, he's cool. This guy's cool.
Yeah.
He turns around, he looks at him for a minute, and he kicks him in the head.
Oh, jeez.
And I thought that's rock and roll.
I
That's
actually
hardcore. But wait a second.
Okay.
He's waiting for him now. I saw the whole thing. It was weird. Now I'm leaving, and he's waiting for him down. You walk down the ramp. You go into the back here.
He's waiting for Mike Dirt, the bass player?
Yeah, he's waiting for Mike with a beer bottle or a Stoli bottle or something. He goes, why don't he just cracks him right over the head with it, and it just gives him a bunch of stitches in his forehead.
That was the 90s.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of control in the
Wow.
90s.
Those
Yeah.
K-Rock parties.
Yeah, I know. It's awesome. I wonder what year that was.
Arion, and I think it was 7 years ago, but let me make sure.
Ooh,
Wow.
man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'll tell you, it's scary because it was 7 years ago, and I was going, if I was a couple of years younger, I'd give both these guys a thrashing, and that was 7 years ago. So now just, crap on them or something.
I think it's a fashion, beer bottles and fights.
Yeah. I just, it's amazing. It's amazing what damage a well-placed beer bottle could do. So the Green Day guy got a bunch of stitches in his forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. All right, it was great too because I was like drunk and high too. It was like at the end of the night, and I was like, "Hey, is this really happening? This is awesome." All right, so what are we talking about? Unwritten Law. When's the new album is out? We're going to hear something off it. Well, it came out yesterday, right?
It did come out
day
yesterday.
before yesterday, Tuesday.
Yesterday.
We'll
Tuesday.
We'll hear "Here's to the Morning" is the name of the new CD. We'll hear something off it in just a couple of few, and let's go to the phones. Drew, do you have a computer in front of you?
No. Well, I do, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can we look something up?
He's looking
No,
at porn.
no. I mean, can you see the calls?
Oh, that computer. No. You've got that.
All right, Allison,
Hi.
you're 19.
Yes.
What's up?
I wanted to ask you guys if you think I made a right decision. And, the whole background to it is I have a 5-month little girl, and her father, because he's not a dad because he has never been around but maybe 2 days out of her entire life and my entire pregnancy. So I don't consider him a dad.
Gene donor.
All right.
Pretty much. And
All right.
he's up in Chicago, and I'm over here in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to know if you guys thought maybe I made the right decision in telling him to just leave us alone and don't bother trying every other, give or take, 2 to 3 months and being in her life and trying to be
Leave him
the
alone.
father of the year.
No way.
on
No
Christmas.
way. This guy's not going to change.
Yeah.
He'll only be disruptive. He'll only be more further traumatizing to her. Get a male figure in her life and somebody decent.
Something inflatable or an actual person?
Preferable to this guy being an inflatable guy, but
I swear to God, I think my dad's stuffed with horsehair. I'm not sure if he's ever actually alive.
But whomever you find, you shouldn't be especially attracted to, because you're going to be attracted to jerks.
No.
All right, so look, I mean, the point is you've taken a stand, Allison, which is kind of nice, right?
Well, because my biological father over.
Ooh.
What?
Drop the F word. But first off, I'm shocked that somebody's repeating a pattern of their past and their family of origin.
That doesn't happen
I'm
very often,
amazed.
right?
Oh, never. It never happens that she had an abandoning father and then hooks up with a guy who's not present for her young child. That never happens. If it did, by the way, if it did happen, well, then the government surely would recognize it and would start focusing on certain
people
patterns.
Talk about it, at least. At least
Or people would talk about it, yeah.
Instead, let's talk about free will.
Yeah.
That's much better.
Well, here's what we like to do. Everyone's an individual. Everyone is unique. There's nobody else like you. You can do whatever you want. You could be the president. You could be a great conductor. You can do whatever you want. No, it's more like you're. Look, I would just love to see these patterns. They're so goddamn predictable. You know, the dad splits and she hooks up with a flaky guy and he splits. And here's what's going to happen. Without a little therapy and the right tutelage, her kid's going to hook up with someone.
Same person.
But
is it, Drew, is it truly bad, like, to not have any contact with the original father? Don't you think she'll be, or the child will be pissed, like, later on in life? I mean, I kind of want to know that.
Absolutely, but here's the reality. She's got a father who's a flake, an idiot, and an ass. And better he should be an absent one than one creating chaos in her life. But it's all bad. It's all not good. But it better if this girl can find somebody she's actually a stable person who she's attracted to, which will never happen, because she has to act out. And, she has to be attracted to the unavailable guys. She has to attract the guys just like her dad.
On her.
Not a pox. I'm challenging her. I'm challenging her. It's tough love, Adam. You said a tough love night, right?
That was somewhere between a curse and a pox, or as I like to call it, a cox. Now, yes, you can say that. That's with an X.
Cox. That's right.
Say it, Tony.
See ya, Cox.
Yeah. Hey, Tony, come on, buddy.
Hey, come on.
Not funny.
Lighten up.
Not funny. All right, so Drew, you put a cox on her. Mm-hmm. And but she took a stand. She's doing the right thing, and she showed some strength. So that's good.
That's fine.
All right. Look, here, let me give everyone a quick speech. Your job is to undo what your effed up parents did to you, not by going out and doing the same thing, but by getting better. And then you can it's like you can wash it out of your kid. You're not gonna completely cleanse it from you in one generation, but your kid, you can cleanse from. You can get your S together. You can get a little therapy. You can right a few wrongs, and then your kid can be healthy, and then their kid can be effed up again, and you begin the syndrome. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking to do, Drew.
I know.
That sounds optimistical.
I'm looking to have a really healthy child who gives birth to a junkie. Like 45 years from now. Drew.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the bone phone ringing, yeah?
Look at that.
Yeah. Woo! All right, you ready?
Here you go.
Where are we going? You want to talk to someone who has panic attacks?
Whatever.
All right. Drew doesn't care anymore.
Whatever.
Listen, he gets paid the same whether he helps or not.
Panic attacks? No, they don't need any help.
Angie?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hey, you're 24. What's up on with Unwritten Law?
Let's see. I've been having panic attacks associated with sex, and I was just wondering, what do you think could be the cause of that?
Well, Drew, you think it's the usual stuff?
Well,
Childhood?
usually. Yeah, well, tell us more. Is it the same person? Is it horrible
it doesn't matter who. It can be anyone, and
I'm starting to have a panic attack now, Adam.
Yeah, me too. It's a
Where's the Xanax?
dead air panic attack.
Yes.
All right, it was our fault for letting one of the callers talk. You see what happens? Let me say something.
You're right.
All the program director ever tells me is, stop talking so much. Take some calls. Yeah. This is what happens when we take calls. Angie?
yeah.
Okay, baby doll. Were you ever abused sexually, anything like that?
See, that's the thing. I don't remember. I blocked out pretty much my whole childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, the fact that you have to
That's
block
a bad
it out.
sign.
Yeah, it's a bad sign. There's something going on there. So, well, it may just be closeness that causes you panic attacks. It may be the sexuality that causes panic. Whatever. it's not something that we could sort of dig into and clarify in 2.5 minutes on the radio. Come on. Mm-hmm. Yes, you have panic attacks. They should be treated. They're going to impair your ability to have a close and intimate relationship. Why not take care of that?
What should you do? Drew's had a panic attack before.
Have a paper bag next to the bed.
Yeah.
Well, you can learn to manage them. Some people would approach them with a behavioral technique, but I kind of suspect you're what they call a post-traumatic stress disorder. It might need a more global.
More global means some therapy and maybe some meds or something.
Yep.
Drew, how many panic attacks have you had in your life?
Oh, I had a horrible stretch when I was sophomore in college. I started having horrible panic attacks.
Sophomore's third year, I learned.
Second year college. Then had about a year.
That's right. College is the place where they keep the books, right, Drew? Or is that
no? It's like you said. It's a what did you call it? A brothel with a bell tower and a football team.
Oh yeah,
that's ridiculously great.
What's the name of the place where they keep the books?
That's the library.
Library. Right. Yeah, it's like he's told to me like 25 times, but it doesn't have the word book in it, so it's like it never comes to mind. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not called book place or lend a book or take a book. It's
Bookland.
No book. It's called library. It doesn't even start with a B.
Yeah, what's the
Yeah, I don't know what's up. Go ahead. These eggheads name a book house with no book in it.
That's what it should be, book house.
Of course. Should be House of Books or the book house. Go ahead, Drew.
Book lender.
Book lender place. So you had a what? You had panic attacks when you were a sophomore in high school?
And then followed by a year of profound anxiety, paralyzing anxiety. It was wild. Got better.
Man, what'd you do to get better?
Therapy.
Really? Back then? In college?
Started a little bit.
Wow. Okay. Time
sad,
to get back. Yeah, very sad. Drew had a panic attack when we were doing LoveLine, the TV show, many years ago. I snapped him right out of it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, tell him what you said.
Well, you tell him we used to tape 4 shows a day, and I always wanted to get out of there. And my whole thing is like, let's go. Let's get out of here. Before the first show. Here's how the show worked. We taped the first show at noon. I showed up at 11:30.
12:02.
No, 11:35, 11:36. And we got the makeup on. We just started the show. We do 4 one-hour shows in one day. But I always wanted to get out of there. Drew, I don't know where I was even going, but I wanted to get the hell out of there all the time. And whenever we would stop, I'd always be going, come on, let's go, let's keep it going. And Drew had a panic attack in between like the second and third show one night.
Because I just had a fight with John Favreau.
Oh, John Favreau came in there and really pulled a big scab off of Drew's wound. And they got into it, and then Drew went back, did some reflecting, and I think he did a rail of bad speed, and he freaked out back there. Well, this is show business. You do what you got to do. You do 4-hour shows in a day. Come on, guys.
We all?
Yeah. So the point is he started freaking out and didn't want to come out of his dressing room, so he needed
No. We were out there, and during a commercial break, I said I got to take a break, and I went back in.
You went back in your dressing room. Yeah, we started the show, and Drew, during a commercial, said, I need a break, and he went to his dressing room. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
and I got him. You get your fat ass out there. If I have to wait in this studio one more second, then I absolutely have to. I'm going to kick your ass. Now go. Get out there.
So it was a violent.
It was awesome because I knew that through what I do is I do a iron fist and a velvet glove. That's what I gave Drew. So tough love. But I knew he didn't have to do anything but sit on his fat ass while I ran the show anyway.
Iron fist and a velvet glove. It sounds sexy.
Yeah. I just get out there and sit down and let's do the show. And he got out there and he sat down and we did the show. Right, Drew?
There you go.
You're fine, right?
Yeah.
Cured.
Yeah, look at you.
You should go to therapy.
Yeah.
Hi, this is John Favreau.
Yeah, arch nemesis. John Favreau was Drew's arch nemesis. Maria?
Uh-huh.
Your boyfriend left you for the Army?
Yeah, he sure did.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a question about his faithfulness because, he's so far away and there's certain questions that I can't have answered and every time.
Drew, please. Who is he going to hump where he's going? I understand back in the day. Yeah, where's he going? That's a good point. Is he going to Iraq?
Yeah.
All right. Who is he going to hump where he's going? I mean, like back in the day, you go to Vietnam, you go to Germany, like, hey, I'm going to go liberate France. I'll be back in a few years, sweetie pea. Don't worry. You're just going down the street being showered with roses from beautiful Parisian women. All right, that's a different scene. Now you're over there and you got, Magna with the mustache and the burqa on. I mean, forget about it.
The bee suit. Clearly, she's never been to Singapore.
You got a beekeeper over there. You ain't doing nothing. Am I right?
But he has a long boat ride over there, and he is a male, so...
Yeah,
I don't know, it's
but
50-50.
they don't stock the boat with comfort women or anything. He's fine.
They stock him with something.
Maria?
Uh-huh.
When's he get back?
Well, he's stationed in Louisiana for now, but I think he'll be leaving to Iraq in April.
Mm-hmm. And then he's going to be gone for how long, do you know?
It could be up to 18 months.
Wow. You're 18. That's a long time when you're 18. I mean, the fact he's going to be gone for a couple of years, basically.
How old is he?
Yeah, he's 19.
And how long you guys been together?
It's been about a year.
What do you think? I don't know.
Pause.
Yeah.
Maybe
Press pause.
Maybe a little agreement where you get to date other people. And by the way, he should be the one worrying, not you.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't think I've given him a reason, and he's given me a few reasons.
You cheated
Really?
before?
Yeah, well, yeah, even before he left.
Uh-oh.
Who did he cheat with before he left? How'd you catch him?
No, I didn't actually catch him, or he never really admitted to it, but I'm pretty sure he has before.
Why are you staying with this guy then? Why do you stay?
Well, wait a minute. Why do you think he... Wait, hold on. Why do you think he's cheated before if you have no proof?
Because he's kind of hung out with his ex-girlfriend, late at night, and it's kind of hard to believe that nothing's happening.
I would believe it.
Yeah, I believe him too.
Yeah.
How do you know he hung out with her late into the night?
Because I called him once, and she kind of answered, so...
Good.
She answered his phone?
They were just having tea.
Wow.
Jeez.
What time?
It was like 1 o'clock in the morning.
What the hell is she? I don't even answer my own phone at home. Why is she answering his phone?
Yeah, that was basically my question, and it took like a lot of sorries to get me over it. And it's just now that he's far away, I know he talks to this other girl, and
is there all right? Is
Like
there,
you're 18.
With this guy. Why?
Yeah.
You're 18. You have a long life ahead of you.
2 years. 2 years is basically the time. I mean, the same span of from 16 till now. Remember when you were in like the 10th grade and now you're graduating? That's a lifetime when you're 18 years old.
Right.
Just forget about it. Yeah. He cheated. He made his bed. Fine.
With him.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
Done.
Here's what I would do. Instead of going back and forth, dragging this agony out for 8 or 9 months, and then cutting it off, why don't you just do it tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
See, because he gets so emotional when I bring things like taking a break or, he just gets so, like...
Listen,
I know, but the guys manipulate. They hang out with their old girlfriends. They talk to other chicks on the internet and all this kind of stuff. And then you say, look, we got to take a break, and they freak on you.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, those guys freak harder than the guys that weren't cheating.
That's right.
I don't know if it's like their passion or it's just compensation or what it is, but it puts the women in a horrible position because, look, we wouldn't be taking a break if you weren't hanging out with everybody else. Now you did, and we are, and you're freaking out. And when you're 18, you're sort of malleable. It's like some guy could freak on you, and you could back off.
Yep.
You got to wait till he gets out of town, if he is out of town already, and then just drop a bomb on him and move on.
Or just don't drop anything. Just don't answer a phone call.
Yeah.
No, that's a good way to go, too.
Yeah.
All right.
You're young.
Drew?
That's right.
Yeah. Here's the thing. You snap right back. Unwritten Law in studio tonight. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll hear something off the CD after this.
Dude, you got issues.
Call LoveLine.
1-800-LOVE-191.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew in Seattle at a junior college lecturing everybody.
Hi, this is John Favreau. And
Oh,
They were great.
what's next?
And they asked me to please defend their honor.
High school, junior highs, like dog training academies. What could be next for you, Drew? How low can you go, my friend? And by the way, high school is a more prestigious talking engagement than junior college. It really is.
I don't know. It depends on the junior college.
You keep saying that. Drew, how fast would you kill yourself if 1 out of the 3 of your children wanted to go to junior college?
I'm dead.
That's right. I mean, seriously, Drew, you kid around, but you would look at yourself as a failure if 1 of your 3 kids went to junior college. Am I right?
Yeah, as you know, it depends on the circumstances. But if it was because they weren't doing well in high school, yes.
You would be devastated, would you not?
Yes.
Disappointed?
Yes.
Angry?
No.
Vengeful, perhaps?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So there you go.
All of the above.
He argues with me, yet if one of his children attended junior college, he would fall on a sharpened steak knife.
Mm-hmm.
Would he speak? Would you go speak at that college?
Well, of course.
No. He'd be ashamed. He'd do it with a bag on his head. I failed. You know what there should really be? There should be 12-step groups for parents whose kids went to junior college.
What's wrong with junior college? Isn't it getting prepared for college?
Well, that's
in
what high
theory,
school is.
in theory, but no one ever goes.
Right.
No one ever leaves.
No one ever leaves, yeah. They go to junior college and never get out. It's like the Roach Motel with hacky sack. All right. Unwritten Law in studio tonight. Scott Russo here, Tony Palermo. We're going to hear something off the new CD, Here's to the Morning. And after one call, that's what I believe we're going to do. All right, let's see. We got Ryan. Let's role play. All right, let me talk to Jessica.
Yeah, Jessica.
Yeah.
All right.
Jessica. You're 23?
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Okay, a couple of years ago, I ran across some pornographic stories, and in this story, the couple was role-playing as father and daughter.
What do you mean stories?
Oh, just...
I thought this was going to be hot.
Yeah.
This got so bad so fast.
Were you reading?
Yeah.
Ew.
Well, anyhow...
Hold on a second. Drew.
Yeah.
That house that holds the books...
Book lenders.
I don't know what the name is anymore, but they don't have any of those pornographic stories, do they?
I don't think so.
All right.
I'm trying to imagine what she was reading.
I wash my hands now. I was thinking of swinging by one of those book houses to see if they had some pornographic stories, but if they're not going to have that, then it's
Why
off.
should you bother?
Yeah. Jessica?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so you're reading some pornographic stories in a book.
Well, it was actually off the internet, but okay.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
So anyhow, the idea really turned me on, and as far as role-playing with my partner. And I suggested it to him, and he totally freaked out and was like, no, oh my God, no, and don't ever, suggest something like this again. And, so I didn't, and we have split up, and I'm with somebody else, and I still kind of want to, and I'm wondering why, and if I'm weird, and that kind of thing.
We don't know, and yes, you wanted to talk. You talked to your boyfriend about role playing, where he would play the role of your father.
Yeah.
That's the only bum out.
Yeah, that's
any other kind of Jane and Jungle theory is good.
Yeah.
And cops and robbers, that's great. But father and daughter, for some reason,
yeah. It's a little weird.
I think it's a Drew problem.
Yeah.
Well, I find it interesting how the boyfriend is aversive to any Oedipal stuff, and she's sort of attracted to it. It's
right.
I mean, it's not just role-playing as father and daughter. I mean, role-playing in general, kind of...
He's got the chill.
That's fun. You're not weird, I don't think.
Right. Hey, my whole thing, here's my role playing. Sweetie, why don't you play the role of someone who gives a great BJ? There you go. I'm going to play a role...
That's the best role you could play.
God bless you.
I'm going to play the role of the sofa warmer.
No, you could be the receiver. You do that so well.
Yeah.
You can play the role of the fluffer.
I will be receiving on the sofa, jackass. That is my place of receiving.
But your official title is receiver. You don't.
Well, I am a world-class oral receiver, and a lot of guys.
Show the boys.
Well, I'll show you guys. Yeah, I don't want to. It's
what the hell?
Well, it's the kind of thing where. I'm like a magician. I don't want to show too many people the same trick too many times. I want people catching on. But a lot of people brag about how good they are in the sack and how they can give it to a girl all night or they can go down on them and make them scream. For me, it's a little different. I'm best at receiving. You know what I mean? Especially oral. And, my techniques are basically I lean back like this, and I'll never make a fist and smash it on their head or anything, or take like a pick up like a TV remote or brick or anything. Whack. I'll do like every once in a while, not too much, but every once in a while I'll throw like. Oh yeah.
You never throw in. I'm your daddy and you're my daughter.
No. See, that's the whole thing.
These guys don't seem properly impressed.
Well, hold on. They can't see my feet. They're just seeing me chest up, so they're not getting the full effect. But I really just kind of lean back like this, and here's what I do every once in a while too. I don't even say anything. I just do this noise.
Oh, that's so disgusting.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Yeah, someone's jealous. Somebody's jealous.
That is creepy.
Thank you.
Just the sucking in of the air. Oh,
I like the fact
the
that
visual was not so good.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he throws in a couple of. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No. Nobody receives. Ask anybody who the best receiver of oral is. Ace man. Every time. I know what the ladies love. All right, let's hear a little song from Unwritten Law, shall we?
Yeah.
The boys, by the way, are going to be on Letterman on Valentine's Day coming up in just about a week and a half, 2 weeks. We'll hear a little something off the new CD you queued up there, Michelle?
Yep.
Yes, you is. This one is called Save Me.
Had a bad day, don't talk to me. Gonna ride this out. My little black heart breaks apart with your big mouth. And I'm sick of my sickness. Don't touch me, you'll get this. I'm useless, lazy, converted, and you hate me. You can't save me. You can't change me. Well, I'm waiting for my wake-up call. And everything's my fault. Went to the doctor and I asked her to make this stop. Got medication, a new addiction. Thanks a lot. Had a relapse and better rehabs ruins everything. So point your finger at the singer. He's in the pharmacy. You can't save me. You can't change me. Well, I'm waiting for my wake-up call. When everything's my fault. You can't save me. You can't blame me. Well, I'm waiting here to take the fall. And everything's my fault. And I'm a death threat, haven't slept yet, baby. Why'd the wake-up call? I'm the bad boy, tell the tabloids. Everything's my fault. Yeah, write it. Everything's my fault. Everything's my fault. I went to heaven, I couldn't get in for what I have done. I said, please take me. They said, you're crazy. You were too much fun. You can't save me. You can't change me. Well, I'm waiting for my wake-up call. Everything's my fault. You can't save me. You can't blame me. Well, I'm waiting here to take the fall. Everything's you can't save me. You can't change me. Everything you can't save me. You can't change me. Everything you can't save me. You can't change me. Everything you can't save me. You can't change me. Everything's my fault.
Yeah. Unwritten Law, everybody. In studio tonight, Dr. Drew. Out of studio in Seattle, doing a little junior college yapping. And how is Seattle, Drew? Fantastic.
Good to hear.
Yeah, I knew it. All right, Drew decided he was going to take a leak during the song or something. I know he's a big fan, but I think he's a little burnt out on the Unwritten Law music. Quite frankly,
He's
what's
so
going
burnt
on?
out and he had to go to Seattle.
Yeah,
right.
he just couldn't take you guys in person again. All right, let's take one more call before we go to breaks and speak to Megan, who's 21. Megan,
Hi, how you doing?
what's up?
Oh, first of all, I wanted to say to Unwritten Law, I saw you guys on Tuesday at Soma.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
Good show.
That was really, really good, actually.
I had
Yeah,
fun.
I had a lot of fun. It was great. And
It
my
was a
band's
good.
actually
All
playing
right, right a minute. I want to talk to you guys now. You have good shows and bad shows, right? Good nights, bad
Most
nights.
definitely, we are that band.
You're definitely that band. And how much of it has to do with the audience?
Probably not a lot. The
Not a lot.
audience is
Okay.
it's usually more of us debaucherizing everything that just completely devastating ourselves before we go out. So it's really
Wait,
day by day.
Now, no, you mean getting loaded, getting drunk,
Well, it
and
could
going
be
out
from the
there?
night before, too.
Just hung over from the night before, just in no mood to do anything.
Just in no mood, as I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, listen, and when it in terms of functioning, like if you really tie one on the night before, the next day you're 50%. You know, at best. I mean, you can go through the motions. You can turn the headlights on your car. You can figure out what key goes in the front door.
You
but
can still wash your body. Yeah, yeah.
you're not curing cancer that day.
No way.
All right.
So in San Diego, we definitely had to put on a good show. It was like our hometown and the record release party.
Right.
So.
All right. Megan?
Yeah.
All right. So is Drew, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. Where were you?
We had a jack problem.
Oh,
Different
really?
Than what you sometimes
Yeah.
suffer from.
Listen, I beat mine in high school. How dare you? Go ahead. Ask Drew the question.
Okay. Well, all my band members smoke. I'm the only one who doesn't smoke cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me. I had to specify. And they keep telling me that if you smoke up to a certain point and quit, your lungs can heal themselves. And I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, you could smoke for probably 3 to 5 years and be okay. But whatever, there's a certain amount of damage that's reversible. You will have damaged the lining of your arteries. You will have put yourself at increased risk of heart disease. You will have added your risk for lung cancer. But will it be a huge risk? No.
What about pot smoke, Drew?
Yeah, what about pot smoke?
Yeah, pot causes chronic bronchitis. There's concern that it may cause emphysema. It doesn't appear to cause lung cancer, and doesn't appear to cause heart disease.
Now, it doesn't appear to do lung cancer or heart disease because of what? I mean, because you're just not smoking enough of it?
No, because the heart disease, these are real specific biological processes. You have to have carcinogens to cause cancer, and there may not be carcinogens specifically in the smoke. There's irritants, but not carcinogens. And in the coronary disease, the heart disease, it has to damage the lining of the arteries. Mm-hmm. And that's a real specific thing that the nicotine seems to do. Well, the cigarettes seem to do.
Oh, it's a nicotine thing.
Well,
now, what
it's not
about
a nicotine thing? It's not. It's a cigarette thing.
What about those things? Those like American Spirit cigarettes that are not supposed to be processed or whatever.
Oh, that doesn't make damn bit of difference.
No difference.
Are you
No, it's a
kidding?
sales pitch.
Are you kidding?
What about cloves?
If I can put one positive thing out into the universe for once in my life, I just got to say this: don't smoke. It's the most retarded thing you could ever do. I smoke and I can't stop smoking.
I'll tell you the one thing she should be aware of is that the earlier you start smoking, the harder it is to quit, and the less likely it is that you will quit.
Don't do it.
Let me ask you this, Drew. Again, with the kids.
Yeah.
We've already explored the junior college theory.
Yeah.
We've made it clear you would kill yourself if even one of them attended junior college even for a semester. What about this? I'm going to give you a choice. Now forget about the mind altering part of marijuana. Forget.
Yeah.
Let's just say the pot was a blank. It had no THC in it. Okay.
All right.
Would you rather your child, just for pure health reasons, smoke a colossal bong load every day, okay, or smoke 4 filtered cigarettes?
Bong load.
Really go bong load.
Snaps.
Yeah.
Easy.
Well,
Really?
that's why they make vaporizers.
Now, why
as
easy?
well.
Because you always hear that thing where, like, people, I never believe them, by the way, but they go, like, you smoking that bong load is equivalent to you smoking, like, 10 cigarettes or something, and I always think they're full of crap.
It depends what sort of issue you're talking about in terms of causing chronic bronchitis. Yeah, maybe, but that's
Let's
a
get to the big boy
condition.
cancer.
Yeah, not the cancer, not the heart disease. So
Right. All right.
and by a single bong load is not 10 cigarettes either. It's just not.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
Now,
Although,
remember, you're telling me absent the brain effects of marijuana.
absent the brain effects, yeah. All the good stuff. But then, but the other thing, too, though, is smoking is done sort of casually, whereas I know guys, like, before they take a bong load, they hyperventilate for half a day and then try to suck up all the air that's in the room via the carb of the bong. You know what I mean? Like, can that be good? You know that part where you're stretching yourself to the limit?
Yeah.
There's got to be something in that.
My friend, I heard my friend did that all the time.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Too much.
You guys ever done one of those vaporizer things?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of weird. It's like someone chewed up pot and spit it at you or something.
It's weird, but it doesn't burn it.
Doesn't burn it.
And is that any different, Drew, by vaporizing it?
You know, I don't have any knowledge in that area. I'd heard that there was that's the idea, is to avoid the bronchitis and all that.
Yeah. I'm old school. I like the 6-shooter where you fill 6 different balls. It's like,
turn it.
how big a hurry must you be in to get stoned? What are you going to get in some kind of bong shootout, by the way? Like,
Last man standing.
I got like a banana clip of weed. I duct taped to my bong, so I got hit like 20. I get like 28 bong loads out of it. Like,
You just said banana clip.
you can't just go fill another bong load,
Right? He's so stoned, he's that lazy.
Yeah, right.
And you know, that 6-shooter thing never quite works either, because you like slide the thing over and something falls out, or a seed pops and catches the one next to it on fire.
They don't have seeds anymore.
They don't.
No.
Remember, he's
That's right.
You're old school.
I'm old school.
He's the oral receiver.
Yeah.
He likes to lay back and
That's right.
have
I
it
don't
pop.
know from seeds. Yeah, I'm fixing to go buy a lid. All right.
What's a lid?
Unwritten Law in
know
studio
what a lid
tonight.
is
We'll
anymore.
take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
If you need help, hang up and then dial.
LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine will be right back.
Yeah, buddy. True, quiet. Mics are hot. Scott and Tony in tonight from Unwritten Law. Name of the album is Here's to the Morning. We'll hear something else off of that. Is this the Thong song? What song is this?
The Thong song.
What is this song? This is Ja Rule.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. Get down.
I thought you were setting up our new song.
No, not you guys.
It's the new Unwritten Law.
You know the song I like is It's Getting Hot in Here, so take off. I like the part where they go, I am getting so hot, I'm going to take my clothes. I would just love that pitch. Like,
That's so stiff.
Here's your lyric sheet. Now I sing, it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. You give it a beat and say, I'm so hot, I'm going to take my clothes off. Okay?
Genius.
Yeah, it's
Brilliant.
It's genius.
But it really is in real life.
It's a great song.
I know. I just think, like, if I was in the band, it'd be like, what? No. Are you high? What are you kidding?
Dr. Drew in the hizzy.
Drew, please. Everyone thinks you just did that, Drew. That's
I know, it's good. Are you a Mormon?
He didn't do that?
No, that was Engineer Anderson. As a matter of fact, we didn't even need you, Drew.
Oh, man.
I can use virtual. Yeah, I can use virtual Drew and answer.
I'm a
any
rapist.
call. Drew, please.
Oh, my
Are you a Mormon?
God.
Drew, please.
Oh, my God.
Quiet. All right, Drew, why don't you
gay.
be quiet? Drew,
You're gay.
the insults aren't helping
Drew,
your case.
that's not me.
Okay, listen, Drew, here's what I'm going to need you to do. Take a powder. Seriously, let's just do virtual, Drew, all right?
Take a powder. Who are you, that Mrs. Thurston Howell?
I don't know what that is. Just take a break, would you,
Chill
buddy?
pill. All right.
Take a chill pill. That's right.
Chill
Now,
pill.
all right, let's talk to, let's see, steroids. No.
Hi, this is John Favreau.
All right. Yeah, you're
There it is.
sending him into a tailspin.
No,
all right, here, let's talk to Jane. Jane,
Hi,
you're 20.
I am.
You think your clitoris doesn't work?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's broken, actually.
You're a Mormon minty fresh cooch.
All right, Drew, please, quiet.
Wow.
And
Sorry?
Seattle.
yeah, and you know he's tried one of those microbrews or something. He's out of
He's
hand.
down at the wharf
So Jane,
throwing fish.
you have no feeling.
No, it's not that I have no feeling. It's just that it never actually goes to orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong guy.
Hold on. Drew, is that you actually coughing?
Yes.
Sorry?
All right, well, quiet. I didn't know if that's virtual Drew hacking.
Virtual cough.
That always served. That was real Drew.
Virtual bong load.
All right, so
Vaporize it.
say it again, Jane. I'm sorry.
That's
She can't have an orgasm.
All right.
not from clitoral stimulation. I can orgasm from nipple stimulation, but not clitoral.
Whoa.
Take a little Vicodin tonight, take some codeine, smoke a little heroin.
Okay. All right. Well, look, whatever floats your boat. So maybe you just get the nipple twisting, or maybe that's where your clitoris is.
Put on some put on some punching gloves and start socking them.
Yeah.
It's no fun. What do you mean it's no fun?
Well, it's just, it doesn't, I mean, it's not very intense. It's not very comfortable to get there, I guess. I don't know. I would just prefer it if, like, I could figure out why mine doesn't work.
Well, have you gotten any good oral sex?
I think so. I mean, my boyfriend's very receptive, and I'm telling him.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't, give up.
What about machinery?
Sorry?
What about machinery?
I've never used machinery. I've heard that it, like, desensitizes you.
Well, apparently you're desensitized, so we might as well start from somewhere.
Yeah, maybe it'll kickstart you.
Right.
Once you try getting, and when I say kickstart, get one with a Kickstarter on it. Don't use
gas powered.
Yeah, get the propane powered one.
Right. And practice makes perfect.
Yeah. All right. So look, you're 20. Sometimes these things come online a little bit later in line.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Dr. Drew in Seattle, virtual Drew out underneath Anderson's magic fingers.
Sit your moist ass down.
All right, Drew, please now. In Culver City, Unwritten Law in studio tonight. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this.
All right, guys, here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Call the Dateline. Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? Call the Dateline. One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE.
If you need help,
Call LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. Dr. Drew's in Seattle tonight. Unwritten Law in studio tonight. Here's in the morning. Oh, what a shock. Lauren brought the guest in late. Drew.
No way.
Mark this down on your calendar. Mark it down, because this doesn't happen very often.
Never happens.
Except shocking. Except for when we have guests. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I said, all right. My last words is, boys, you got 5 minutes.
That's the last thing I heard.
Lauren, you got to bring them in here. 30 seconds left. Lauren poked her head in 20 seconds ago and said, how much time left? And Michelle went, 9 seconds. 9 seconds. And she went, oh, okay, well, I'll go look for the guys.
We were in the middle of vaporizing.
That's all right. All right. Listen, that's how the show works. Everyone keeps... I'm done, by the way. I've said many times, can't we do just a normal radio show where the guests are in studio when we come back from commercial? And Drew always pulls me aside and goes, this is the way we've always done it. Drew, you'd be great. You know what it's like? It's like I come into a shop and say, look, why don't we put the conveyor belt for the tires next to the conveyor belt for the rims so we don't have to carry them across the entire factory? And you're like, this is the way we do it. All right, but at least can we get some hand trucks? Do we have to drag the stuff?
We carry rims here.
Donkey?
We carry them. We carry rims.
Drew's like, this is how we do it. We've been the third biggest manufacturer of rims and tires, but we could be what number? And then they yell at me. So listen, I'm done trying, Drew. That's it. I like it the way it is. I was going to say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if it's only sort of hobbled, don't fix it, because the show's not really broke; it's just sort of hobbled.
Yeah,
it walks.
It's got a peg leg.
If it was a person, it would be a veteran that walked with a limp, but it still could get around. With dignity. Yes, head held high. All right, engineeress Michelle explained to me that it's been a while since we played any of Ace's Ranchero Accordion Countdown.
Let's do it.
This is a game, by the way, that is so big and so huge and on the tip of so many people's tongues, I forgot to do it for the last 2 months.
Ace's Ranchero Countdown? No good. You don't like that game?
Remember that?
Nope.
Yes. All right, so here's how it goes. The backbone. I know you guys are pretty heavily into ranchero music, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Isn't everybody?
Scott, you're from the San Diego area?
Yes.
Is that true? A lot of ranchero music blowing around that part of the world, right?
Old Town.
Yeah, a lot of nice ranchero stuff. The backbone of ranchero music is the accordion. It really is awesome. And there's almost no ranchero music that doesn't contain a healthy ass full of accordion. So the question is engineeress Michelle pots up a random ranchero song in a random spot, not even the beginning of the song, just at some point in the song. How long before we hear accordion? Any ranchero song, and we don't check them to see if they have accordion.
Well, you just said it was the backbone.
It really is.
I would say it opens up the track.
Yeah, it's got.
All right, there you go.
All right, but remember, we're not listening to the beginning.
Right.
Okay, in the middle?
But it opens up the...
We don't know where.
Okay, so you're going immediate.
Okay, so let's think about this. So I believe that I would put the ranchero right before the first verse, or right after the first chorus.
You mean the accordion?
The accordion. The accordion.
Well,
But I'm starting at a random spot.
You're getting all scientific on us.
Oh, I thought we were getting scientific.
No, there's no science to this music. It's all about gut.
Okay, so this is more like place a bet. Well, pick a number between 1 and 10.
Right.
Yeah.
7.
7. All right, you're going deep. I gotta be honest with you. Drew, do you want to give a number out?
3.
3 seconds. Tony, you got something?
I say 2.
2 seconds.
That's like the Price is Right. He's just trying to underbid Bob over here, dude.
Exactly. $1.
There's a strategy to it. I'm going immediate.
Yeah,
I'm going. We
that
hear
was my
it.
original statement.
Well, you can change. You want to modify?
No, I'm sticking with 7 out of 10.
Wow, that's
my original statement.
Seconds.
7 being 7 seconds.
Okay,
yeah.
But my original point being is that they open up the track. But here we go.
But
he's at ground 0. You're at 2 because you're underbidding like you do.
Right.
He's at 3. I'm at 7.
7. All right, now hold on. You don't. Hold on a second. I do the queuing around here. You're not in studio, buddy. I'm not one of your lackeys. I will do the ranchero queuing because we have to count it down on the digital clock. This is official stuff. You can't just be waving your hand around.
Don't get me all ranchero on you guys.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Immediate.
I'm saying that's immediate.
That's immediate.
Yeah.
How did you know?
Adam's the winner.
Damn.
All right, Scott, listen, I don't want any bad blood between us, man. I mean,
I wasn't feeling bad blood.
I know, it's just like...
I was sharing my...
All that will melt away.
I was showing my
taking the music.
Yeah, just listen to music.
Take it in.
Let it take you away.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there I am again. New England, wintertime. Covered bridges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Covered wagons.
Yeah.
No, covered bridges. Maple syrup.
Enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nothing says New England in the winter like ranchero music.
Beautiful. True, you're so right.
Puerto Nuevo, the lobster and rice and beans.
I just burped and it smells like rice and beans.
It's ranchero.
That's ranchero belt. Yeah. Yeah, this guy really pounds that squeeze box, too. Yeah.
I like the simplicity of the bass line, though.
Sure, it's a bit like ska. Pick it up.
And the basses are so big.
Oh, yeah.
They're like...
No, they're the world's biggest guitars played by the world's smallest people. It's great. We got a guy who's short and fat. We got a guitar that's 70 metric tons, and this guy just has to play it. It's like, listen, Pedro, we'd like you to make, you're already 5'3" and 245. We'd like you to look shorter and fatter. We're going to give you a huge novelty-sized guitar.
The Samoan guitar.
It's the opposite of the Samoans, how they have the little ukuleles.
Huge. Yeah, it makes them look huge.
2 continents, 2 people.
That's right.
Yeah.
1 love.
1 sound.
Yeah, 1 wonderful sound.
Rice and beans.
All right. Well, that's how you play Ace's Ranchero Mexican Accordion Countdown. You see why
they play well. They play well.
Yeah. Drew, I don't want to jinx it. I probably shouldn't say anything on the radio, but I've had some Hollywood heavy hitters sniffing around, interested in the idea of taking it to TV.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're looking to get Mark McGrath to host. Yeah,
I heard everything.
Feature film.
They're looking at Drew. We can't talk about things until the ink is dried. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
All right, but yeah, they're looking to make it a feature.
Right, I believe it.
They're looking at Antonio Banderas to star in it. Yeah, it's still in the negotiation. I don't want to say anything more. I'm superstitious, but I got a good feeling about this one. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's talk to Ryan, who's been on hold for a whopping 82 minutes. Ryan?
Yeah, how you guys doing?
25, what's up?
This question's for Dr. Drew. Drew, I'm an anabolic steroid user, and my wife and I are trying to conceive. And my question is, if we do conceive, will the child have any birth defects?
No, not that I'm aware of. Other than people that really use or get into the anabolic steroids often have stimulant histories and addiction, so you might pass that along. But that's all.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're right on about the addiction, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have about a 50% chance of passing that along. So,
what's up?
The steroids will just reduce your sperm count. They won't change the quality of the sperm. Yeah.
Right.
So
Why are you doing the juice, Ryan?
I'm a full contact cage fighter.
Oh, cage fighter.
Yeah, just we'll way to make some bucks here and there.
Wow.
So.
Where are you from?
So is stripping.
Yeah. Yeah, cage fighting is scary.
That is totally scary. I don't want to say anything rude.
No, be nice.
Yeah, I was a wrestler in college. It's just a way, to make a little extra cash on the side. So.
What do you do for a living otherwise?
Yeah, why don't you just get a regular job? He's an accountant.
Regular job.
You don't want a regular job. All right. Yeah, but how about when you start having regular kids? Don't you need a regular job?
Well, hopefully, cage fighting will get more lucrative for me pretty soon.
Cage fighting is the wave of the future in terms of career for most young men. I agree with you. I mean, whenever you look at those job industry things that do the projections into the future, data entry, computer repair, and then cage fighting.
Cage fighting
entering the octagon is a close third.
It's one of those graphs that breaks through the top of the chart. It keeps going up to the ceiling.
Yeah, it's weird. Like back when our dads were, getting into cage fightings in the, 70s, late 60s, there wasn't a market for it. They didn't have the pay-per-view and stuff like that. My dad tells me stories. He'd have to cage fight guys. We'd walk with $20 a night. 20 people in the stands. It was tough.
But now Don King's in the mix.
Yeah. Occasionally they beat the horsehair out of him.
That's right.
All right.
Hey, Ryan? All right, well, here's the thing with something like cage fighting, as far as I can tell. It's pretty brutal stuff, and, you have a much higher likelihood of just suffering a horrible injury and not really being able to have the kind of career in it that you would like.
Well, yeah, I do have my college education. Like I said, I wrestled throughout college, but I'm just not ready to get a job yet.
What's your education in?
Journalism.
Journalism?
Believe it or not, yeah.
Journalism and cage fighting.
Why don't you just write about the cage fighters?
Two great tastes that taste great together.
It's safer.
I'm a violent physical person. I just
all right.
I want to get this out of me before something I can look back on when I'm 50 and say a lot of people's asses.
Why don't you?
The steroids make you that way to some extent.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand you're that way already.
I mean, yeah, that's not what I'm concerned about. I'm like that, naturally.
Yeah.
But, I'm just worried about if we conceive. With a child.
I got you. I understand.
Listen, you want to? You got to start smoking some pot.
Yeah, make a whole bunch more of you guys. That'd be awesome for the planet.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, Ryan, being violent and physical and everything is great, but it's not great. It's not great daddy kind of material. Maybe you guys ought to wait a little bit.
Sides of me, bro. I mean, when I step in the ring and that's just a machine. And then when I'm outside the ring, I'm a great guy, believe it or not.
Well, what's your record inside the ring?
I just started out. I'm 7-0. Haven't lost yet.
Well, here's the deal. Here's
what's your name?
In the ring.
Ryan.
In the ring, though.
Ryan,
you don't get it. You don't. It's like boxing. You don't. What do you think you call him? The Great Centaur. It's like boxing. It's like Mike Tyson. What's his real name is Barney Schwartz.
Well, because ring fighting, I picture the first Spider-Man movie.
No, you go with the name. If you get good, here's the name. Here's the deal with names in this kind of fighting. If your name is like Brad Henson, then you will become Bad Brad Henson or something like that. You see what I'm saying? Ryan is tough.
Ryan the Lion.
Ryan's good. Also rhymes with dying.
Well, here's the thing about this guy, and that is that Adam, you and I talk about all the time how kids just absorb, they soak their environment up in their family system like a sponge. Just talking to this guy, he's kind of a scary guy. He's sort of intimidating and angry and not hostile, but there's like an anger there. It's palpable, and believe me, a 3-year-old is going to be freaked out by that. On top of that, the fact that he is so violent suggests that he went through some pretty awful stuff, and there's about a 60% probability then that he will act some of that out on his kids, whether he thinks he will or won't.
Well, whether he acts it out or not, it's just aggressive dad freaks the kid out. All right, so listen, Ryan, do your thing. You're only 25. Get it out of your system and start thinking about crapping out some kids in 5-6 years.
Right.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the plan. But I was just wondering, I'm going to continue to juice and get bigger. But my main concern is, will it hurt the child?
No.
Once that time comes around.
If you were able to conceive, if you still get erections, that remains to be seen. Yes, you'll be fine.
All right. Well, there you go. Well, mazel tov.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. To each your own.
Manischewitz.
All right. Kristen?
Hi.
22?
Yeah, I have a question. It's actually two-part. My boyfriend has this fetish called face sitting, and this is like something I've just been aware of recently. So my first part of the question is this normal, or is he really weird?
No, it's
sitting?
Tony, it's called the flying squirrel.
What is it?
What is it?
The flying squirrel?
How much explanation you need on face sitting?
Right? Pretty much says it all.
I don't know. I never have heard of that. Nobody's ever asked me to do that. I didn't know anything about it.
Well, it's not a fetish. It's just sort of a
No. It is
position.
Fetish, and that's the second part of my question. He can't have intercourse.
Why?
And because he will lose the erection. And this is sort of a problem for me, but I'm trying to act like, oh, it's okay, trying to be nice, but I don't, like, what do I do,
Well, how does the face sitting work?
I'm confused on who's sitting on whose face.
Yeah, because I made me good at this, too. I'm not sure.
Along with the oral receiver talents.
Right.
So who's on what?
How does this work? Is he lie down on the bed?
Yeah, he lies.
And then you sit on his face.
He likes me to, like, push him around and be like that. So he would want me to just sit on his face. But the weirder thing about it is he doesn't care if I have clothes on or not. So he would prefer it if I don't, but he likes it either way.
Mm-hmm. And now he's lying on the bed on his back, right?
Yeah.
And then you're sitting on his face, and you're facing his feet?
He likes it that way. He likes it the other way, too.
It's irrelevant.
He likes it both ways.
Does he try to stimulate you with his mouth?
Yeah,
Fun for the whole family.
Yeah.
He does?
Yeah.
But he doesn't mind if you're wearing clothing?
Well, actually, every time we've done it, I haven't been wearing clothing, but he said that he likes it either way. Like, he thinks of it, even with clothes on, it's like a sensual thing, and that doesn't make any sense to me.
Sensual.
I don't like to lick jeans.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's something tasty about Tide.
There's something tasty about Levi's.
Yeah, it's always creepy when a guy says sensual.
Yes. Oh no. Or erotic.
In his defense for that, he's a foreigner, so English is not his first language. If that makes any difference.
This is getting weirder all the time.
Is he German? Where's he from?
I don't want to say in case somebody I know hears this, but he's from one of the Scandinavian countries.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that's the last part of the world I would have picked.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, too. Plus, it's tough. The face sitting's rough on those people because they wear kooky frames on their glasses. And they really get bent out of shape, especially if you're, hefty gal. I mean, that's what they, that's what they tell me.
A fetish is something, a way of focusing one's attention in an intimate contact, a way of diverting attention from more genuine intimacies that can feel overwhelming and scary. And so, as you see, when you actually try to have intercourse with him, he doesn't have the fetish. He can't maintain erection. He can't be close. It's overwhelming to him. But when he, so I imagine, would his ultimate experience be with somebody manipulating him while sitting on the face?
Yeah, we do that, but sometimes, because if I'm facing the other way, not that direction, you can't do that. So I guess he doesn't really care.
Just take a beat at him and think about the S that women put up with for men. Just go right along with it. Okay.
I think he's getting a raw deal here. I mean, she's facing the other way. He's basically just wearing a turban of snatch on his head. I mean,
an abalone?
Like someone just cracked an abalone and dropped it on his head like a yarmulke. That's brutal.
What if you were to start it? What if
she's
oh my
staring
God,
at
Adam, giant clam. I saw 2 giant clams today.
What do you mean you saw 2?
I was at the hotel I'm staying at. They've got giant clams in the fish tank.
Put it on your face.
Yeah, make sure it faces the Leif Garrett poster on the wall while the thing whacks you in the face.
No, but how is this? How is this? If he's into laying on his back, she's on top, and he doesn't get aroused during sex. Then what if they start with whatever you're on his face? Then you guys 69, so it gets him aroused, and then you guys can get into sex from there.
He loses it. He'll still lose it. He'll still lose it.
And we tried to talk about it, and he blamed it on the condom, which he told me later that's not the case.
Of course.
He also said that he doesn't feel like the intimacy for intercourse. He feels it in face.
Right.
And I don't know if he's saying that. And he doesn't mean it.
No, that's what he means. That's what he means. The intimacy, the real intimacy is too overwhelming to him, so he has this sort of way of diverting it. But he can experience himself as though it were intimate, as long as he has this way of showing, having his attention diverted by whatever the fetish might be. What did you read up about? How did you find out about this? I mean, did you read up on the internet or something? Or?
Sort of. After he mentioned it the first time, I kind of looked it up to see what it was about, and I couldn't find anything very educational.
Yeah.
All I know is from what he's told me, and that's not very much, and having experienced it a few times.
I've never heard of anybody reporting this as a fetish. It's kind of an unusual one, because usually it's sort of a body part or a piece of clothing or something like that, or an activity that they need to focus on. And the abalone yarmulke aside, Adam, just think about what women put up with men, and so good natured too, right? She's like, I mean, come on.
I know. And listen, a couple of things, a couple of problems with face sitting. You can't hear anything when you're face sitting.
Why would you want to?
Ironically, well, I'll tell you why in a second. You hear the sound of the ocean. It's just like sound, and people could walk in, parents, friends, loved ones, that kind of thing.
Also, the thigh can make a suction cup on the ear and really
blow
hurt.
An eardrum out. Yeah. When they pull off, you got a big gal.
When has this happened to you guys? That's never happened.
When hasn't it happened? That's what you should be asking. When aren't we being face sat upon?
In their tracks, dude. They're like,
God, you
when
guys have had some rough
face
women.
sitting? That should be the question.
I like your new name for speed metal band. Turban of Snatch.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So great.
I kind of like
Turban of Snatch.
That was random.
Abalone yarmulke.
I like that one. That's the new name of our record.
All right. Here's the thing. Can we just let's just agree on something here? If we do in fact agree on this,
abalone yarmulke.
I would say that this is a deal breaker. That if she's a normal girl and she wants to have a normal relationship,
but he's a big strapping Norwegian man.
I'm just saying, if you want to have intercourse and you want to have intimacy, this guy Sven, the face sitter, is not the guy for you. Okay.
Right.
That's all.
He's not going to change.
Yes, Sven's cut.
You could sort of ease him into intercourse once in a while, and then he'll keep springing back to the face sitting.
I don't know that you get guys like this away from whatever they're into. I just feel like you hook them up with the right people.
Right. Exactly. It's like Adam, it's like you and the big jugs. How are we gonna what are we gonna do?
Well, what are you going to do?
Yes,
I'm not doing anything.
I don't know too many girls who would be opposed to just sitting down and taking it.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Is that such a bad thing, really, in real life? I guess.
No, you know what? It's
for a female.
Here's the reality: is it would be good if it was a guy, meaning. As a guy, if someone would just go do something that felt good to you for hours on end, you would sign up for it. But the girls are missing the intimacy part of it and the connection part of it. Therefore, you're thinking like a guy.
Yes.
See what I'm saying?
As I
Which
do.
is good. That's good to occasionally think like a guy. All right, let's... Sorry for the occasionally part. What are we going to do? We want to take... we got a call for... no, I got a call for the band.
All right.
Vanessa?
Yeah.
You're 21?
Yes, I am.
You saw Unwritten Law?
Yes, I did. I saw them on my Sweet 16 perform, actually, for two girls' birthday.
Oh. Yes, you did.
Rich Biatch.
About 6 songs.
Yeah, I have a question for you guys about that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I had saw it, and I was like, oh my gosh, how cool is that, like, to have an in-law come play for my birthday party. I thought that'd be totally awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, they weren't really grateful for having you guys. They're kind of like, yeah, I guess they're pretty cool. They're not really that famous, so they shouldn't be charging that much. And I was like, how can they be so rude? And I was like, how did you guys feel? I don't know if you even saw it. Like, I mean, they were really unappreciative to have you even come and play for them.
I'm so glad that you asked this question because we've had people come to our website and ask this question a lot. And what happened was we were after we had seen the show obviously about 3 weeks ago when it came out.
Yeah.
But when we were pitched this show, we were told that there was 2 16-year-old girls, and one of the girls, it was her birthday, and she had breast cancer and it was terminal.
Oh,
and
really?
so we were her favorite band, and for her Sweet 16 that she wanted Unwritten Law to play. So when we got that, we're like, of course we'll play. There's no way that we would ever, as a human being, never let that go by, especially if it's an hour out of our time for this girl. And so we went and played. We never met the girls at any time.
Wow.
And then we saw the show. And they were like, they thought we were Linkin Park, or they were like Unwritten Who, and they Beyonce.
Yeah.
And it all ended up, the whole time we were really bummed because, this girl, we weren't bummed that we were actually stoked the girl wasn't dying, so that was, a blessing.
Yeah.
But
why did you think she was there? Why did they tell you that?
That's they pitched us, obviously to get us to come play a show for cheap.
They just lied?
Straight up.
Yep.
They told us that one of the girls was terminal.
Who's they?
I believe that her dad was booking it through someone. Her dad was pitching it to someone who got to our manager. And that's how we got to do the show. And so when we got there, we never met the girls or anything like that.
Right.
The climatic part did come, though, at the end of the show, is they didn't know who Unwritten Law is. And Unwritten Law is a rock band, and sometimes the shows get pretty, out of control.
Why did they book you if the girl wasn't a particularly big fan?
If you watch the show, you can see, like, her sitting with a bunch of surf kids, and those guys are obviously going, get Unwritten Law. And they were playing the cool card.
Right.
But the great part of the story is that when she went out to go dance to Unwritten Law, they weren't dancing, they were slam dancing, and she got punched right in her face and had to leave.
Yeah.
So everything was redeemed, and here we are, and it's a happier day because of it.
Wow.
Except for we had to stop playing, though.
You had to stop playing?
Yeah, we had to stop playing.
Oh, the father who pitched us on the girl having cancer didn't know what he was getting for his daughter, and they found us. Oh boy, he was so surprised.
Wow. So the joke ended up being on them, but still, I was just had a friend bunch of friends. Someone said somebody had cancer, did a fundraising thing at like the Comedy Store, or was it? Maybe it was at the Improv or whatever. Everyone came in, they raised tons of money. Turned out the chick was fine.
Yeah.
This stuff is going on.
Neither
now.
of these girls had chemo. I can tell you that much.
Wow.
They had like.
Yeah,
nothing.
But they got the fisto right in the face-o, right? Good.
Or the back of the head.
All right. Well, there you go. Interesting. Unwritten Law in studio tonight. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Hi, this is John Favreau. Yeah. Drew's favorite Favreau. It's LoveLine, Adam. That's Dr. Drew in Seattle tonight. Talking to a junior college. What won't Drew do for a nickel?
It was
Scott. Yeah, it was great. Scott and Tony here tonight from Unwritten Law. CD is out, just came out. Here's to the morning. Name of the CD. We'll hear something else off of that after we take another call or
Drew?
so.
Yeah.
I saw a promo. John Favreau is going to be on Dr. Phil tomorrow. You might
Nice.
check that out.
It's going to be awesome.
I won't miss it.
Going to tell you how to lose weight.
I'm going to miss it, too.
I'm going to miss it.
Yeah. There's so many shows that are out there now where it's like, listen, people, you want to lose weight, you got to get real. It's like,
yeah.
All right. You tell you what you got to do right now. You got to burn more calories than you're taking in. You got to breathe. You got to eat right, and you got to move. Wow, hold on. Really? What does that go? Now let's see. I eat those frozen Snicker bars. And I use an electric wheelchair to get around the house, even though I'm fine. Is that what he's talking about? Or
that's absolutely right.
You got to breathe. You got to move. You got to eat right.
You have to walk all the way to your mailbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they do that like, there's no magic pill. I wish there's something I could tell you right now that would, but there's no, you got to eat. Yeah, doesn't everyone know this by now? You just eat the crap that tastes like crap, all the raw stuff and the celery and the carrots.
But Adam,
and all
you got to decide to do it. You got to decide.
That's right. You got to decide. And I like these. I love when they just wax and blow hard about everything. I can't come over to your house and make you exercise. Oh, really? I was counting on you swinging by the apartment, Phil. You're not going to come by?
Yeah.
Richard comes by. Yeah, I think that's for other things. So I really think he wants. I really think he wants something. Ouch. I do. I can't run on the treadmill for you. Hey, when you're at the restaurant, it comes time for you to decide whether to have a piece of cheesecake. I can't decide for you. I can't. All right. Jesus Christ. I want someone to come up with something good. Like, I want a trick. You know what I mean? I want someone to go like, you want to lose weight.
Speed.
You got to do some trucker speed.
Right.
Trucker speed.
Or you got to like pat your belly and rub your head at the same time.
What was the one in the 80s where they put you in like a thing and they just shook your belly for a long time?
80s. Sounds like the 20s.
My mom did that. They just, oh man.
That's what I want.
The rubber band.
Yeah, I want. No, the one's nice is the electrode ones where it's like you strap these things on, and like. I would have gone with them if they hadn't exaggerated. Like, you put this on for 10 minutes, it's equivalent to 2,700 push-ups. It's like, what? If you'd said the equivalent to 30 push-ups, I would have been sign me up. So you got my credit card. But the 2,800 push-ups, like, first off, you go rattle off 45 push-ups. Tell me how you feel. Forget about 2,800 push-ups. And you put it on your belly. That's the same as doing 36,000 crunchies.
It's like taking a nuclear rocket to your chest.
Really? And I'm eating while this thing's on me.
and laying back.
Yeah, they don't have
or a receiver.
They don't have any of those things anymore.
I like the way they do. You tired of your stupid friends having to work hard and exercise? You've got them all beat. You're gonna sit back and just have the equivalent of 6,000 sit-ups.
Receive it.
Order pizzas and get electrodes.
You know what seems to be really attractive with workout equipment is the option to store it under your bed too. Which for me, it's not a great option, but it's like folds, it goes under your bed, goes right under your bed. You slide it under your bed. It's like stop putting crap under the bed.
Keep it out.
Under the bed's where you hide when the knife-wielding maniac breaks in through the kitchen window. You want to be competing under your bed with like an ab flexor or something. You got one leg hanging out. The guy who escaped from the mental institute comes and stabs you because you got that piece of equipment under there. No way.
He's cutting your arm off and the abdominizer at the same time.
That's right.
Dude.
The way you're losing weight is he's removing limbs. That's the way you're. No way, Drew. Am I right?
All right.
Drew, what's on your bed? Nothing, right?
Nothing.
All right. Drew's tired. Where are we going, Drew? I'm going to talk to, let's see who's been on hold the longest. I'll talk to Mike. Mike?
Yeah.
You're 19?
What's up, man? How's
What's
it going?
happening?
Long-time listener, first-time caller. You guys are tight.
Great. What's up?
Unwritten Law, real quick. New single kicks ass.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think it's you guys' best stuff, for sure.
Right.
Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
Since you guys were talking about taking bong loads and whatnot, I had a quick question for you. You talked about how smoking pot is a lot different than smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Like, with regards to being healthy and stuff, like not causing cancer, it said like not proven to cause cancer.
Right.
How bad for you is it neurologically if you consume it? Like,
well, it causes in some people. There's a lot of ways to answer that question. First of all, in some people, it causes a horrible addiction. Oh, like that guy. That guy's got it. You can get a horrible addiction, and as such, it can really have a profound impact on people's lives. In terms of any damaging effect, under the age of 16, even occasional pot use has shown to perhaps delay frontal lobe growth, which is the part of the brain that's rapidly developing during adolescence. So under 16, we worry about people using it at all. And in an adult, people use it heavily can get brain shrinkage, so some certain amount of brain cell, probably glial or glue cell dropout. But that seems to be reversible, though.
All right, so
how is it reversible?
Thank God.
Oh man,
Glial cells come. Close call.
Neurons don't come back.
You guys are in a band. Don't worry about it.
but glial cells do return. They restore.
I don't want to die when I'm 50, though.
I don't want a small brain.
Well, look.
Here's the deal with marijuana addiction.
You just write those songs and rock out. Don't worry about that.
Marijuana addiction occurs.
Save the big brain stuff for the ace man.
All situations the same way. And it is something. You guys remember the first time you smoked pot?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. How about the first time you got high smoking pot?
Yes.
First time.
Yes.
First time I smoked pot was in 3rd grade. First time I got high smoking pot was in 6th grade, and I puked all over my girlfriend.
Usually takes a few exposures before you finally get high with it. And with the people that have this, oh my God experience when they finally get high, will use every day from then on. And somewhere between 1 and 30 years after that gets started, the effects will wear off. People start getting depressed, start having memory problems, have difficulty initiating.
You don't want to do anything at all.
Right. And then you either get treatment or people switch to other drugs, typically speed or opiates now. It's good times.
Thanks for bumming out the band.
No way. I'm inspired by it.
Amen, my European brother.
I don't know. I like doing home chores, you know?
Really? All right.
You do?
You have a little...
I'm the exact opposite. I don't like to do anything at all.
I can do that as well. I can...
but you understand that it takes time for that effect to kick in. And some people it starts kicking in at a year. Some people it's 30 years later. Eventually, in all cases, you start getting that motivational problem and the depression. And then what do you do in response to that? What are you going to do when you start feeling that way?
Got to eat more pot.
So you smoke more pot. Yeah, smoke more. Yeah. Absolutely. In all cases,
kick it up a notch.
They smoke a lot more pot, and that accelerates the decline. And then we see them in treatment.
Eating pot seems expensive to me.
It sounds stupid.
You have to change.
It.
No, I don't know. It's good.
It's retarded. You eat it. You don't get stoned immediately, and then you're stoned for 8 hours.
Well, it's good for long overseas flights.
Yeah. It's good for when you're traveling.
Not like going to the bank.
Valium's good for traveling. Eating pot is no good anytime, anywhere.
It's fun.
You guys should really do a PSA on the dangers of eating pot. Like we're like...
I don't eat it. Talk to Mr. Stony Brown over here.
Hey, kids, this is Scott from Unwritten Law. Never, ever eat pot. You should take a Valium or
I'm trying to put out good stuff. Don't smoke cigarettes because cigarettes lead to pot and pot leads to...
No, but that's not true.
Cigarettes
I never
lead to
smoked cigarettes.
Well, okay, fine.
But think about having to do a drug every day of your life, whether it's cigarettes or alcohol or pot, having to do a drug every day. Eventually, your body is not designed to take a drug in every day.
All right. What about coffee, man? Yeah,
dude.
man.
Right.
Hey, what about coffee, dude?
What about
That's a
Effexor?
drug.
That's my new one.
Yeah, what about Effexor, Drew?
What about it?
How's that do for you?
For me?
No, for me.
For one.
Effexor is a good antidepressant. It's a dual agent. It's serotonergic and noradrenergic. It's good.
Good
things. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah. It works well for the marijuana depressions. If you're smoking a lot of pot and you get depressed, it works for that.
Well, there you go.
It's up the dosage.
All right. Dr. Drew
something.
in Seattle. Well, we're out here in Los Angeles way, and we'll take a little break. We'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody. LoveLine. I'm Adam. Dr. Drew in Seattle tonight. Here's to the morning, name of the Unwritten Law CD that you will now have to go out and get because it just came out. Scott and Tony here tonight from Unwritten Law. We'll hop back to the phones and see if we can save the world one screwed up teen at a time. Lauren?
Yeah?
You're 20?
Yeah.
What's up?
Okay, so this is what happened to me. Oh, first of all, I want to say hi to Scott and Tony. Caitlin.
Hi. How you doing?
Good. I'm glad to hear from you guys. I'm glad you guys made a new CD.
Cool.
Anyways, so this is what happened to me. About 2 weeks ago, I was just partying it up with this guy I was dating. And we ended up going back to my house. Previously, we had, taken a few lines and smoked a little and drank a little. And I'd known him for, 2 years, and we just started dating because we were such good friends, whatever. And so we went to bed. Well, I didn't make him...
Let me just hold it right there. This guy was waiting for 2 years. We were good friends.
Oh, no.
He was waiting for his moment to pounce.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
And this is the case with every single
Saving
guy.
up for an 8-ball for 2 years.
My guess is that wasn't his first 8-ball.
Abalone toupee, what was it?
That's right.
Well,
Abalone toupee.
Jeez. So you fell asleep?
Well, yeah, this is what happened, and I've slept in the same room with him before. But I gave him no indication that I wanted to do anything. I mean, we've done stuff in the past, but that night I was just, I guess, gone or tired, whatever. So he slept in my bed, and I turned the opposite away from him. And whatever, I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's trying to have sex with me. Actually having sex with me. And I was just so...
It's rape, right?
Yeah. He's inside of you?
Yeah. And I was just so disgruntled and, scared that I just... waited,
Hold on, disgruntled is a strange word. That's like an employee who gets moved to a smaller cubicle.
I was really
You're being raped.
You're being raped, that's horrible. That's a police party.
You should be outraged, yes. So
it was horrible, and I didn't know what to do.
Right.
So I just kind of sat there for a little bit, and then, of course, realizing what's going on, I was like, get the hell off me, whatever, and
kicked him out of my house for a little bit.
He's going to do this to someone else.
For a little bit.
Well, no, he keeps calling me, and I told him never to call me again. Don't contact me. I don't want anything to do with you.
Right.
And he said he's really sorry.
Maybe he's confused. I've heard of women. I've done some of this work for Discovery Health Channel, and we were interviewing people, and several women said they like this. They seek it. That they're awake having sex. They want to be awakened by the penetration.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
This is a different
Girlfriends
story.
and boyfriends.
That's husband and wife in the sack.
Yeah.
That's not buddies who crash out.
No, she said
I've had previous relationships where we like wake each other up, like oral stuff.
All right. Have you ever?
No, wait. She's having sex with this guy. She's been having sex with him.
No, she said she fooled around with him before.
I have never had sex with him before.
Oh, I see. I beg your pardon.
You've had oral sex with him before.
Yeah.
So having sex wasn't so far-fetched.
All right, so listen, Lauren. Here's
I never told him I wanted to, and I also told him I wanted to get an STE check before he touched me like that.
Okay, let me just be realistic about this. What he did to you is sort of technically rape, except for rape is like this huge net that just pulls up everything. You know?
I'm a rapist.
Drew, please let me finish with what?
It's a violent crime.
Well, it is. It's a violent crime. It's not a sexual crime. It's a violent crime where you come at the end, but it's still violent. You just bust a nut, at the end. But here, like any violent crime where you come. But here's
if you're robbing a liquor store.
If I was robbing a liquor store and I pistol whipped the guy and took all his cash and then came and then ran out, it would be no different than that kind of violent. That's the same thing. So
not sexual, mind you.
Not sexual.
It wasn't consensual, so it was rape. And I think that the less you do about this, the more this person's going to do this to someone else.
Well, but here's the problem. I mean, I'm trying to be realistic here. You were doing coke. You were drinking with the guy. You've had previous encounters with him, and then you passed out. Now he's going to say that you were like blacked out. He went over there and he got on, and it was all consensual, and then you freaked out.
It's irrelevant.
It really, what he did was wrong. What he did is technically rape. Do you have a case? I don't think so. I got to be honest.
Just stay away.
You did the right thing. You reacted correctly. What he did was wrong. He doesn't deserve to be your friend. And here's the moral of the story. Don't do a bunch of coke and a bunch of booze and go pass out at a guy's house.
Absolutely.
This is what guys do.
Are you? Yeah, do not do this. You're putting yourself in situations that are so dangerous. Do not do this.
Yes.
I can't really defend my actions.
All right, then don't. I'll put you on hold. But look, you did. The point is you reacted approprially. You threw the guy off you. You told him to hit the brakes.
Get rid of the guy, and
you don't call him back. You've learned a lesson. And by the way, here's what it is. Whatever he did to you is done. As bad as that sounds, it's done. Now, what you can do is learn a valuable lesson, not get yourself in this position again, and move forward
and maybe
with your life.
Good look at the drug and alcohol stuff.
All right.
Yeah, just smoke weed.
We're going to take ourselves a little break. We'll be smoke weed, eat weed, and we'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody. Well, that's the show, and it's time to say bye to a lot of people. Yeah. Dr. Drew over in Seattle, thank you very much. I want to thank Tony and Scott for coming in here from Unwritten Law.
Thank you.
I want to thank Anderson and Michelle and Chris and who's phone screening? Brian?
Brian was there.
And who else we got to thank tonight?
The synthetic Drew.
Lauren and producer Ann. I want to say goodbye to a friend of mine named Jennifer Popkin, who died from cancer just a couple days ago. She was a record rep. She died at 35 and went way too young. And we're all going to miss her. And like to dedicate tonight's show to her memory. So until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been LoveLine. LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or the station. The producer for LoveLine is Ann Ingold. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.